Will we get revenge on the Commanders? So I think we absolutely have to get revenge on them. I feel like if we don't get revenge on the Commanders, we're playing them on the road again. The Commanders effectively flipped our season upside down. So, as far as I'm concerned, that game is one of the most important games of this season. Yes, I think it's more important than the game against the Packers that we play later on in this season. Either game. Usually, you ask a lot of Bears fans, they're like, if we're not going to make the playoffs, if we're not going to do anything or have any type of postseason run, our Super Bowl becomes beating the Packers. This season, that's not going to be the case for me, even though I do care about that game. I personally think that the game against the Commanders absolutely is symbolically the most important game for us this season. It is symbolically the most important game for us this season. And the reason why I say it is that, like I said, that game last season flipped over our year and we fell apart after that game. The whole team crumbled. And we were actually streaking. I think we had won like 3 straight games. We may have been like 4-2 at that point. And then we proceeded to lose we lost 10 straight games after that Commanders game. And we didn't win another game until much later on. I think it was the Green Bay game. That's when we finally broke that streak. Horrible. Just horrible, right? I think the opposite could be the case for the Bears if we really approach that Commanders game the way that I think we can. We're getting healthier. We're getting back some guys that have been out with injury. At least that's the hope. And that's kind of what I'm hearing from practice. So we should be going into this game with an improved defense, a Ben Johnson who had an additional week to prepare for a game. You would assume that giving more opportunity to prepare, more game footage to watch, that you will do better, right? So me personally, I'm of the mentality that if we win the game against the Commanders, that game will help to spearhead us ahead into a playoff run. Yeah, it sounds crazy, but I genuinely think that win could be the difference symbolically in us making a playoff run. Because if we win that game, that'll be the biggest game that we've won this year as far as the talent who we're up against. Yeah, the Commanders, it looks like are about to be 3-2 with this win against the Chargers. They're a game ahead of us, but we're about the same in the loss column. So essentially, it looks like a 3-2 team. That's not that incredible, but to me, this was a team that got to the NFC Championship game. So if we win that game against them, that could be a huge confidence boost. And we have some easy games coming up after that. I'm of the mentality that if we win this Commanders game, it'll do the opposite. Now, I don't think we're going to win 10 straight games. We lost 10 straight games after losing to the Commanders last season. No, we're not going to win 10 straight games. But I would have a lot more confidence that we can make the playoffs after that game. Because now I feel like we can show up and give good competition to playoff caliber teams. And that's really what I want to see. Win or lose, I want to see us really give them a tough game. I want to see them give them a tough game. But if we win it, then I think that's going to really be the difference in whether or not I think we're going to be in the hunt for the playoffs. Are we a serious contender to make it? And are we really past that point where we can look at the Bears and be like, this is a respectable team that you can depend on. This is a team that's cleaned up their act from the previous year and years. This is a team that's gotten rid of the residue of the Matt Eberflus era. That's kind of what I would like to see. But what do y'all think?